Welcome everyone, and today I want to show you something pretty interesting. If you haven't already seen the huge antenna behind me, there's actually more. Here, let me just... Look at the masterpiece I've made. It's pure metal wires interconnected that link two different antennas. And remind you, it all links up to this, which is also connected via wires. I can't really see. I'm trying my best to see. There, you can see the wires, and they rise super high until the weird box. This extra wire that leads to nothing. I don't know what to do with it. By the way, the little piece of wire hanging here is supposed to connect itself like this to make one giant antenna. But you're wondering, what is the source? Let me show. Here is source. Hold on. Where is the goddamn... Hold on, let me put on the flash. I think I can't really see anything. The thing that has a little wire sticking out. This thing is an HDMI to RCA adapter. The machine I'm using to broadcast things is... Fuck. The machine I'm using to broadcast things is very simple. It is this. Here the RCA plugs in here. This plugs into the antenna, and this one plugs into the television. Basically, it's an AV to RF modulator, but it's very interesting. Chooses between channel 3 and channel 4, is on and off. Sorry if the video is flipped. I don't know why, but my camera does that. So look at the cool mustache I've got. Stash. Anyways, the setup is pretty weird, honestly. I mean, I literally play my Xbox on this CRT screen. And it's black and white because, well, this is actually a homemade adapter that I'm using, the HDMI to RCA, and it's quite horrible. I literally have to wiggle the giant jack part, because yes, this connects via jacks. Let me show you something else. It seems like the thing's gone. After all, I'm too lazy to find it anyways. But the reason why I wanted to do all this is because I was pretty interested in analog broadcasting. Thus, I decided to talk to my mother and tell she got me the modulator. Then I dug up an old coax to antenna adapter, since literally no person in the world actually knows what an antenna cable is. Let me show you. This is the very thing holding the signals. If this unplugs, everything goes down. And to get good signal, I literally have to wiggle it, and the end still won't actually hit those good spots. I don't know if the problem is maybe the cable itself, but I've decided to switch the two, and it did not work, so I just simply put them back in place. Or maybe the problem is the adapter I'm using for the antenna part, because the coax part is quite bent. What I mean is not the exterior, but rather the internal rod is bent. But anyways, I'm carefully reworking the design for like the third or fourth time. Also, I bought myself second antenna literally for this. Look at it. This is horizontal polarization. This is vertical polarization. See? And yes, the internet is still truly only extend that far, which is quite pathetic. But come on, look at the internet above me. That's really tall. Fucking hell, is it Benz? I don't tell me it's Benz. It's nearly every single letter in the goddamn place is Benz. But anyways, quick shout out to this little television here. Quick TV time. Oh my god, TV down. Down. Holy Jesus Christ. Anyways, what I want to fuck after creating the clips just for it to work. Anyways, what I want to show you is this television and this chunky but better television. Why do I call it better? This one has color problems. And yes, you heard me right. This one has color problems. Even if it's on the right channel, it still inverts the colors. And sometimes it goes on the wrong type of channel that I want it. This uses a different type of channel than this does. And for fact, this one actually has two types. Here, on the back, this is a tiny switch. As you can see, it's string text. What that actually says is TV system. Right now, it's on BG. On the other side is L, which isn't used anymore. Also, this portable television is from the late 80s. Here, MFG date 8807. So this has been made in July of 1988, I presume. This is pretty interesting about this. But the most interesting thing about this... Fuck. No way it's heavy. No way the phone is heavier than goddamn box. God damn it. Wait a minute. Fuck. Here. What I wanted to show you is this television. Here, it's a very simple thing. On this side is on and off in the middle. It's supposed to be a radio, but I don't think it came in with the built-in radio. If you think this is familiar, it is. It's literally inspired by a design that has a dial side. Hell, there's even an external user knob. This is the channel selection. And this is the system. VL, VH, and UHF. Anyways, the length of the antenna is quite pathetic. This is supposedly as far as it extends. You may think that's long, but it's not as long as the other TV. Let me show it. Place? Okay. This is one of those big beefy ones. You see, this is already tall. You need to slowly pull it out and quickly yank it out because the top piece is actually disconnected. See, that is the entire antenna. It is so unbelievably large that it's actually quite hard to get into frame, but the large antenna is actually what helps. For example, if I want to broadcast a simple image that's sent from it when there's no signal, I can very simply just turn on this TV and see how it goes. Now, of course, spare reception by inverted cups. This is as good of an... This can probably reach further, but has way more static in its image, so yeah. By the way, these two are CRT screens, that's why they're so chunky. Also, if I haven't told you already, for Jesus Jesus Christ, I mixed up the dates. Wait, when was the 16th? The 18th was Monday. 17th was... So 16th was last Tuesday. But anyways, happy 20 years. This television that was manufactured on the 16th of May 2006. This was Video Ports. Also, the weird question is, how the actual hell do you manage to find an external antenna that fits into this? Seriously, think about it. I need to think about it too. I mean, sure you can use an adapter, but come on, these didn't exist back in the day, did they? Anyways, if you want, I'm going to I kind of work on the antenna. Simply put these two there. Oh my god, saturate yourself in the antenna. Nice. The frame is really weird. Also, from taking the most of the antenna, fuck, I got these huge lines. 4. Fuck yeah, mate. With curved ends, since I'm too lazy to use the pliers that I use to cut the wires to actually bend them back into shape, but long, super long. I think these will work as extensions to make the antenna slightly bigger, to improve the antenna. And also there's these 4 small, fuck yeah. Anyways, there's these 4 smaller, slightly more pathetic wires. See, they can fit in your telephone, which means they're small. These will mostly be used to create arcs inside the antenna. Wires that run both ends together. Also, I've got both of them plugged in. That means I can turn both at the same time and both off. But I mostly leave this one on because this one is literally just a toast. Also, the disc antenna, this one, originally wasn't on a shoebox. It used to simply rest on a windowsill. I mean, on the inside, of course. I don't want it to fall out. But anyways, it originally used to sit on the windowsill with pieces of wires literally hanging onto the frames of the window, just hang on. But now I'm improving the design a little more, and I've decided to put the thing a little higher. The higher, the better. Don't take this out of context, please. But anyways, so conclusion. I'll use these as an extension and also to connect the thing together if I manage to remove all the wires, and these will be simply for adding a little more metal to try and get it to get some range. Quotation marks. Honestly, I'm quite bored. Your AI sort of bores me. By the way, the sun is super powerful. It's orgy lights. Hold on, let me look at the... Look, it's already, What's that problem? So it is 6:49, 6:50 p.m. 6:49 p.m. Anyways, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and get the thing to stop focusing on the freaking sun. Okay, move entirely out of the frame. Please stop bleeding. Okay, you know what? I'll put it somewhere else. Okay, I hope this is good. This is good enough. Gotta send me, right? Oh, motherfucker. Yes, bro. Get out of there, Pharaoh. There? And now the sun is bright. Ah. Is this discontent I'm going to heaven? Ah! Man, this is not helping at all. Jesus Christ. It's all the way down. Okay, I hope this works. Oh, finally I can see the antenna back again. So, here there are no arcs between the two wires. And I'm going to use the tiny wires to create more arcs. I'll show you which I originally did. I'm going to place the wire to connect the two. It's actually finished my design. I know what to do with this. There's an extra piece of wire here. I'm going to remove it. Jesus Christ, which direction do I turn it? Okay, finally! 4. An extra long way into the collection. Okay, so I'm gonna leave this specific wire right here because it's the connecting wire. Basically, it does connects everything. Also, I'm using dog shit tape here to try and stick it. But it just refuses to. Anyways, indeed. Oh, yeah. Jesus Christ, this is not supposed to be that far away. There's gonna be fucking tension in there. Stupid cable glues. Ahead. It ruins the fun. Okay. Now I believe everything's done. Over there it's done. But we need to focus on this. So, first thing you need to do is more fixtures. It is important. I remember. Okay. No more fixtures. We need to find a long cable that will. Oh. We need to find a cable short enough so that it doesn't go that far, while at the same time long enough so it doesn't really go that far. Jesus Christ. Still wound up. I wound up at 1 point. Ah. Ah, one's come loose. Spinning this. And this cable is free. Testing if it goes far enough, nearly far enough, but not too far enough. Let's simply use the pliers here. Try and straighten it out. Also, fun little story. My mom grew up as a child watching TV as analog. But the second she saw my setup, she was completely confused. First question she asked was, how is it not plugged into anything? I literally replied to her, You literally lived all your life watching with a TV plugged into antenna. You seriously don't know how this works. And basically I explained that I'm not receiving signals, I'm broadcasting them. I tried to this to her, she finally understood after like 2 to 3 tries. So what I explained to her was the modulator turns the average AV inputs signal into analog signals. Although I do think I need an amplifier to make it work, so I feel it'll give more sound. Issue is, I don't think it actually makes this sound. But anyways, since this is actual incoming signals from the Xbox One, that means I can watch YouTube on the CRT screen. In fact, what's on the CRT screen is actually what's being broadcast. And actually, the first ever placeholder instead of just the Xbox, before I actually realized I could Frankenstein together a random dorky shitty adapter, was this absolutely random Atari Plug and Play. Okay, I need to put it up for brands. It's made by TV Games Video Game System by Jakks Pacific. No idea where this actually came from. I'm actually pretty confused. So if you like the Mega Man shirt, comment down below. Basically, this game is very simple. Leave it on, and the menu will run forever. And why is the place? Because not only does it have colors, basically colors, but it also has blocks and lines. Blocks, of course, being the game names which you can play. Yes, this has built-in games. But anyways, this was the first ever placeholder for broadcast. This is very important and will be for the rest of its life. Last time I actually used this was on a random LCD select line screen I had lying around. But anyways, I think I found this very interesting and very nice. Second placeholder is the teeny fucking hell. The camera right here, it just fell. Here. Fucking hell. This thing can handle for shit. War. Okay. You see the tiny NES on top of the screen? That's the second placeholder. Except since I did not have 2 ports and 2 USB ports, which I do have now, this fake little NES had to run on a battery, which I constantly had to turn on and off so it would return on the number thingies on the battery itself. And if they turn off, the console turned off too, which was problematic and quite dog shit. So I immediately switched back to this, because obviously this is simpler, and yeah, the sound does not work though, sadly. But yeah, at least you get good video if you manage to blink around and actually see what actually works. So, let's put this back in its deserved place, and let's get going, shall we? Here, I have the operation manual of the AV2RF modulator. Here, I'm going to read everything to you, because the video is flipped and the camera quality is dog shit. Operation steps. Please click the figure to connect and follow the steps. The fuck's the figure? Step 1. Connect 5 volts 1 amp with USB output power adapter. Step 2. Channel switch setting channel 3 or channel 4. The modulator switch is set to on. Set to off, RF part does not work. Step 3. Connect RF in and RF out. RF in should be the antenna, and RF out should be the television. Connect the AV input signal. It could come from a console, or basically anything that's AV or can be converted to AV. Turn on the TV to channel 3 or channel 4. And voila! The bottom text says please strictly follow the above steps. But that's stupid. Specification: TV standard NTSC. It's just odd. I'm pretty much sure the LED TV that I have right now in my room, right underneath the CRT, which is hidden, but the CRT is actually on like a drawer, meanwhile the LCD is on the ground. Anyways, the LCD screen I have probably cannot be switched to NTSC because I think Circline is like a French company, but I'm not really sure. So that means it has a PAL system. Frequency range NTSC 61.25 to 67.25 megahertz. Output level 80 plus minus 5 decibels. Microvolts, that's the micro symbol. Sound system M equals 4.5 megahertz. No idea what that means actually. Video input independence. Video input impedance 75 ohms. Just like on those TVs, the ports that said external antenna, they said 75 ohms. Audio input impedance 13 plus minus 3000 ohms. Power consumption 5 volt DC 500 milliamps per minute. Operating temperature from 0 degrees to plus 40. And it's Celsius, remind you, Celsius. Otherwise, it would have been possibly put in the freezer, of course. If it were to be, for example, something like Kelvin or Fahrenheit. Because 32 Fahrenheit is literally freezing point. And 0 would be, I don't know, 3 Celsius down, 3 Celsius minus at best. And this is literally the entire thing. It's just a blank piece of paper. It kind of feels like half paper, half plastic, with a simple step-by-step thingy written on it. It's very useful, and I'll keep it forever. That's just a constant fun running for no reason standing on the clock. You kinda cool down the thing, but it makes an unbearable sound to it. So I think of the fans spinning and kinda shaking because of that. Anyways, let's stay silent and let's actually do something. Dear God, it's already... Okay, all the way down. Fucking hell, mate, you can't even fall... Can't handle the phone falling over, you... Okay, serve the box. Okay. Oh fuck yeah, something fell into the abyss. Now, sorry if something was annoying you a little bit. Dear good, everything's gonna fall over, isn't it? I have no words about this. I literally have no words, actually. Fuck! It's an absolute disaster on there. Tiny chest right now. Oh no, so I do that with a what gloves. Oh, I need secondary phone stands for this. Oh, maybe I can put it like this. No, trying to figure out how to put it correctly. I think this will be the best. So it works. Please down more to the right without falling. I think this is good enough. Okay, this is the lowest possible. Anyways. Fuck yeah, this thing can't handle shit. Anyways, I'm gonna try and add an extra wire here, or add a little R here, then bring it up all the way. That. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna link these two together. The most annoying thing about this, I need to find a place for it to actually rest my finger on, otherwise it's not gonna work. It's gonna continuously keep zipping. But anyways, I managed to do it. Oh fuck yeah, no! No. Okay. Everything is good. All I'm gonna do is grab the shoulder. Let's stick. That's what she said. Actually, I don't date anyone right now. I like to be learning. I like to be learning in my room and actually work on something worthy of being worked on. Start a relationship. I believe the answer is to execute every man in the country. No, execute every woman in the country. Just so you don't have any worries anymore. Anyways, I'm going to put it over there. Okay, I did a few extra coils and added the third connection. Now all I've got to do is connect the two antennas together. Now always remember that During your work, you should always connect multiple antennas together. The more antennas, the better. Just remind yourself. Okay. Here. This is where it's going to go. And I'm going to wrap it tightly around. At the end, I'll wiggle the coax to antenna bit, so it actually sends out proper signals. Stop giving me a jumbled, liney mess. Liney means lines, a bunch of lines. Okay, I think this is good enough. Alright, everything is ready. I think so. So I'm going to grab and set it down, and we have the extra big old wires, and I'm gonna set them down. Is it up today? Set themselves down, start falling out of my hands and flying to you on the tail. Anyways, what you're going to see is a random signal. Which TV I used for here. See what I mean? The top part is fragile. I know at the bottom is a kind of golden, like a golden color, goldish. No, I don't think goldish would be the proper word. But anyways, I hope you don't get eye strains from this. Who is this guy? Harris, why hear the hoopify, like hoopify voice? Who is this guy? Creating antennas, and why is he such a freak about it? This is a guy named Carl, and he loves analog television. Anyways, get ready for some crazy bullshit. I hope it sends nothing else. Ah, seems like we're getting something. Search for the channels. Search for the channels. Odds. Well, this is a good sound effect. Also, leaves behind the itty bitty trail, which is kind of nice to look at actually. I'm going to set this down. Fucking good. Also, that's what was making me uncomfortable. Was fucking pliers. Anyways, where is average? And I hope you liked what I was doing. Okay, put the adapter right. What the fuck's the bump in the bed? Sorry if you were buried for a short amount of time. Okay. I'm going to set this stuff back, and I'm gonna let you watch. I'm gonna do those. Pull out as much stuff as possible. I said this thing as a stand. Now backwards stand course I did. This to rectangle, and I hope you enjoy. Okay, here I'm gonna set this somewhere close to channel 3, and I'm gonna like turn the thing. still doesn't work. What the fuck? What? Something wrong. Oh, there it is, we're getting a signal. Oh, nice. Tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. Sure, everything's okay. So the reason we weren't getting any signal was because it was slightly unplugged. See? I had to slightly unplug it. Well, it's good. And also the cause on that is just a screen that's flipped. See? It's nearly a perfect signal. Except we are indeed getting weird lines across, but that's just a reception thing. I'm gonna leave it there a few moments later. I'm gonna leave it there for a few moments. Anyways, I think that's good enough. Not really sure, but I'm going to test the range. Here it's still good. And also I got a long keyboard, which means I can drag it. Oh, we're all starting to get some static. Sesame. Oh, Sesame. Dear God, that was a hard fall. Damn. I should choose the exit. Oh, Jesus. My plan. And accordingly, you're still getting signal from across the room. I've officially turned my thingy into an out of room range thing. This is good. This is amazing news. We can be bees. You can be a bee. Or okay. I think this is good enough. Okay. Doing that. Is that getting a fucking signal? Oh my god. Hey, you know what has a solid metal? The bathroom. I'm gonna plug it into the bathroom. Ouch, fucking hell, the block is hot. What that means, if it reaches the bathroom, because this, if it manages to reach the bathroom somehow because of the giant ass radiator, then it means it can go across. If it can get into the living room, and the living room TV is modern yet old enough to support analog, it will be pretty terrifying to think about. I'm going to first carry the block into the bathroom. Fuck yeah. Itty bitty bit. Stuck. Okay. We're in the back, I believe. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the television. Hang on. Wait, this is gonna be a little risky. I'm gonna press the pause button. Let's see. Okay. 3, 2, 1. All it does is cut the video there. That's how you can make some movies. Hang on, let me try and plug it in. Fuck. Ah, come on, you nasty shit. Man, this guy still gets some signal. Oh, shit. Yeah, I getting some videos scandals. Which means, oh, it does reach into the bathroom, just barely. It's kind of terrifying. Videos and dwarves somehow. But at least you can still view it a little bit. Set it a little bit. We are getting analog signals. Isn't that amazing? I mean, finger around a bit for it to actually work. But hey, at least I've managed to successfully make one successful broadcasting machine. It's not too good at the same time. It's just like good. Okay. Within that there is some slight distortion, but I gotta show it to my parents. Just be right back. Everything and everyone you know, like probably experience something like this. But I'll probably find me once again. Eventually. And always, I mean always, remind yourself, I'm here to entertain you. And if I get any chance to do anything special, I'll update you. And there's even the chance of probably seeing Metallica